Hello, welcome to wartable.online. This video is to help you get started in learning how to use Wartable to play Judgment. So first of all, I want to draw to your attention to the color coding here, where this top player has selected teal, and so their models are highlighted with teal, and also the top bar shows that it's their turn to take an action. So in this case, it's James's turn to deploy their models in the top zone. So they're going to do that, and once they click done, you'll see that it's telling the bottom player that it's time to deploy their models. So they'll do that here. Okay, and then it's a reminder of after deployment effects, and then now time to start activating. So you can choose from this menu which hero you want to activate. So let's start with Astariel. So Astariel here, you can choose an action like advance, move your 5 inches, press done. Now you don't have to do that. You can also just move the models. So you could, if you want to just do 3 advances and pass turn, you could just move the model and then click done. But this just communicates to your opponent what actions you're taking. There's also this menu of with all the available actions that you can take. So if you want to take the blaze action, for example, or the conflagration action, where you can spend 1 fate and then take action. One thing I want to draw your attention to is that not all the actions are built into the game. So when you take the conflagration action, you're going to have to roll here, for example, to see how much damage someone should take. So if Bastion had been affected by fire and that conflagration affected him, you'd have to roll and subtract the health manually. Okay, so once the hero is done, you can click done in the top bar, and then that passes the turn over to Lars, so now he can take his action. So I'm just going to flip quickly through the rest of these heroes so that we can show off the communion phase. So once all the heroes have activated, it's going to say, okay, the activation phase is complete. It's time to start a new turn. So we go through the 5 communion phase steps. So the first one, beginning of communion phase effects like regeneration, moving unbound souls and monsters. So souls and monsters are both going to have this button that you can click to roll how far they should move, and then you're gonna move them. And if they're in range to make an attack, like let's say that he had moved here, you can click here, and it'll walk you through the attack process where you make your rolls. And once that's complete, click done. Generating fate, you have these fate counters in the top, so you can add fate like this. And then spawning souls and monsters, if you click on one of the spawn pits, you can add a respawn marker like this, or if the respawn marker is already in place, you can spawn a monster. On the soul pits, you can click this to randomize which soul pit spawns a soul, and then in later turns you can just take click on the soul pit to spawn a new soul. As far as heroes, if you had a hero that went down to 0 health, I typically just move them off to the side, and then during this phase, you can respawn them and reset their health, and they're ready to go. All right, so you're going to repeat that process until one of the players has destroyed their opponent's effigy by collecting souls or damaging it. So I'm just going to simulate that by reducing the health of this one down to 0, and then it'll indicate that that player won the game. So once the game is complete, you can click New Game, or if you ever want to just start over, you can also click Reset Game in the left bar. All right, I hope this helps you get started with wartable.online. If you have any questions or feedback about Wartable, you can contact me at lars@wartable.online. Thanks for watching.